じゃあ、お金を貯めるために、なんかサブクエをこなそう。ローズウェイに行けば、ロボットの部品があるかもしれんから、それに行ってみようか。
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages, I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm
そ
pretty
れっ
sure.
て、
I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
あら
Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda.
あれ、パールバティもまんざらでもないの？
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff.
体の関係。
Never have been. Leastway's not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
みんな違ってみんないい。なんかの標語みたいな。
When folks start implying you're a little different from an automechanical, you start to wonder. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Come on, Captain. This is no time to be fooling on me. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there.
真面目に答えたのに、なんか冗談扱いされたな。
Something busted, Captain? Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like you wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Oh, there were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches. Then there'd be quizzes on company regulations for storage and maintenance of wrenches. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. I'll be here.
Ha ha ha.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
そんな衝撃を受けるもんじゃないんじゃないんかな。ローズウェイに行く。
Don't they have anybody to greet arrivals? For paperwork or ticketing or what all?
Chewed up and spit out. What sort of creature, other than humans, would be so wasteful?
お、じゃあ牧師にこれを着てもらって戦ってもらおう。おおすげえ牧師に見えへん。なんかおる。
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
どうした？ああ。
Warning. Having obstruction.
もうちょっといいものを落としといてくれたらいいのに。ゴミか。直してあげられへんの？
Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are free of.
They left their own outside to die? Was it that bad?
ああ、このじゃあ化け物に襲われたんかな、研究所が。じゃあ入ってみようか。 あ、やった。じゃあこれも着といてもらおう。
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no raps. Alarms went off, raps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts. Forget I said anything about that. Distress call? From here? Shit. They told me that weren't allowed. Got me. I just do what I'm told, and I was told not to do such. Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking inside the comm center. What do you think? I'm the landing pad guard. I was standing out on the fucking tarmac. Hell of a job until all this. Anything else you'd like to know? Oh, before I forget, Auntie Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice pedals.
そう言えって言われてんのかな。
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then make it quick, please. Oh, you aren't with the outlaws? Who are you then? Oh, well, good luck. Now, if we got the carbon in here, it's just a matter. Ah, Orson, you idiot. Just put it. Of course, because I didn't. No, it's gotta put it in the power of 12. I am Orson Shaw, Chief Behavioral Scientist. I was brought in to study the Raptidons. I was to ensure that, should a problem arise, our team is adequately equipped to deal with them. They are insatiably hungry, absolutely impossible to control in any fashion, and indeed appear to be powered entirely by hate. No amount of studying will enable us to control them, or even slightly sate their aggression. Not quite. We are now acutely aware of their weaknesses. Bullets through the head. Now that may seem like an obvious conclusion, but believe it or not, some creatures' brains are not in their heads. Now if we got the carbon in here.
これ頭の定義は
Oh, you're still here. If you haven't already, you might speak to Anton. He can point you in the right direction. Now if we got the carbon. What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device. Or trying to, anyway. Why, yes. I suppose I could. Thanks.
せっかく知識があるんやったら使わな損やもんな。
Certainly not. But Porter and his goons are busy with the outlaws, and Anton's busy holding his head in his hands. Seems as good a time as any to get a bit of work done.
アウトローって何なんやろ
No. Well, yes. Well, no. Perhaps. I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me. Out the south gate. Follow the road. It'll be on the left, past the old lab. I found an advanced pistol when we moved here, but it's broken. I need those schematics to modify it to output superheated air. It should quite easily burn through Raptidon hides. Say, you wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste on you, would you?
サーマルペーストのチューブ。
Blast. Well, good luck. I hope I see you back here in one piece.
The ventilation shaft runs from the bottom of the lab to the top of the hill. Over the garage.
Top of the hill's Raptidon territory. Sit down.
I don't need to do it myself. I can stay here if you want.
So you'd send someone else on your damn fool mission.
丘の上から侵入できるってこと？
Only thing stopping them beasts is high caliber kinetics.
If we close the vent shaft, we can contain them.
違うわ。換気シャフトを通じて、このなんか恐竜が逃げ出したってことなんかな。なんて、なんか今重要そうなこと言ったやろ。もう一回言ってよ。
You think the other 16 were closed? Maybe on account of health code violations?
Huh?
Hey.
I don't think you're supposed to be wandering around. Security's gonna tell you to make tracks. Want to treat yourself before you go? Something for the road, maybe? Sure. Not like I get many customers. Can't say I do. Annie Cleo products satisfy all of our nutritional needs. At least they used to. My folks filled their whole pantry with all sorts of Annie Cleo products. These days, we don't get much in the way of variety. Maybe some tripicale pasta or some ketchup if we're lucky. I hear it's like that all over the colony. We eat what we can get, and we don't get much.
いいものみたいやな。
I'm so glad you asked. Some people say the name refers to the 17 rungs in Auntie Cleo's official ladder of corporate advancement. These people are wrong. Truth is, we've been established, closed down, renamed, re-established, and then reopened a grand total of 17 times in the last 40 years. Corporate's still deliberating over a new name. The matter remains hotly contested in committee, but we're expecting a decision within the next 5 to 7 years. Exciting times.
嬉しそうやな。
Technically, I'm not in business at all. Roseway closed down years ago. Corporate still sends us the occasional shipment of necessities through unofficial back channels. Of course, if something goes wrong, like one of our guards drinking himself to an early grave or Raptidons running wild, corporate won't acknowledge we ever existed. Sure. You need something to clean Raptidon blood out your clothes?
まあいらんわ。